run twice as far through everyone who's set up. I prefer, and I like players to play quite centralized. Even if it's in buildings, if it's just using terrain to their advantage or whatever it is, I prefer to see more players going for that aspect. But you can see we're back into this. Enough of us talking smack. And actually talking of smack, I want to see better things from you and Vis and all the other TSM boys, because Breaks just set the bar. I'm going to see who goes breaking through that ceiling. Again, we're looking at the North Americans. Where are they at? So Scooter's already flaming me for back in UK sort of esports coming back. You know what? Let's see if a North American team can maybe get into the top 2.
Let's see how it goes this time.
Let's see how they've got it.
Game number 2 is about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you tweet the stream, use the hashtag Battlegrounds. Get involved online on social media. Make sure you're following PU Battlegrounds on Twitter and Play Battlegrounds on Facebook also. And if you have a look at the ESL Pug account, there'll be plenty of dank memes and random trash coming out of that from the meme lords themselves. Up in the cage, the social media team that I have a better time I'm a part of. And it's dangerous in that room. You go in and things happen. Sometimes not good things.
Why does that sound threatening?
It feels like it. When memes are being created, there are a lot of choice words said, and it's dangerous. Anyway, enough about that. More about this game.
Enough about my private
memes. Moving into the meme section.
Dear Lord.
We'll see if any memes can be made. I want to see a pan kill. Speaking of a meme. Someone gets a pan kill.
That's actually why I call myself Pansy. I was just able to see 10 years into the future and went, you know what? Love a bit of that.
Somebody added you that, surely, and you stole it. I'm not letting you have that one. They did, didn't they? They did!
Don't know what you mean.
Knew it.
All right, boys, let's see what flight path we are on. Let's see what destination we are going to, because that defines everything here. And okay, is this across the middle? Okay, it's a slightly north twist to it. So this keeps in mind now for me, who goes to the Roshok area, school area, the edge of George for the likely car spawns. This means that Georgia Pol's a hotspot. Yes, Naya's a hotspot. But for me, if I was playing this, Novo, Millie-based, Mill to Power are where I'd be eyeing up. But look at the density of players dropping towards Georgia Pol.
A lot of people are going to be moving up to top George. We've got north there with all the towers. Plenty of people moving down south as well. As you mentioned, Roshok could be a hotspot. We're going to scope in just a little bit more. Make sure we show you exactly where these people are going to be dropping. Yaznaya could be a huge pocket of players also.
Pachinki is still available as well. You can do the longer flight to Pachinki, so keep your eyes. You can see most people heading south. Look at this play. Everyone's pushing southerly. So this could make the school pretty busy as well. Pachinki, the places that I actually detest, might have some action. Yes, Naya's got a good couple, a few heading further north. And Smack, let's have a look at Flom. Smack towards the north. We've got a Zaki play coming in. We've got the slow West Coast play. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Serenity or Oshi over there. Oshi's actually on that West Coast, as said, loves that side of things. You got Cat, another Survivor Games victor, going a little bit more central. And here is the place that Shroud has called his own. It is the school, and that is him awkwardly stuck and falling, and actually not taking damage. How have you managed that?
Dancer's going to try and find a gun. If you can find a shotgun inside school early game, that gun will absolutely tear opponents apart. 2 rooms and no gun whatsoever. Oh, no, that's going to be a vest. Picks up the level 1, still looking for this gun. Come on, give the man a gun. Oh, there we go. That's an AKM. So now the AKM, it does so much damage to people who are undergeared. Yeah,
48 damage overall anyway is the general thing for 7.6. And then you get down to like the 41 for the 5.5, which has got a bit of both. For me, get that full auto staying here. You don't want the M16, excuse me, at this point. Just because single fire, you can go up to burst. Even preference should tell you that you want the full auto in this close quarter combat. You're already seeing a couple of kills come in, mostly with pistols and lighter tier weapons. You know, it's not going to be massive, and there's the full auto coming through. You can see him just cycling through it. He should be trying to get a little bit more, but again, this is kind of what you expect from school. Very light gear.
That's going to be Cross. Unfortunately, the first man to fall straight out of the gates is going to be down to interrogate. One of our players who actually have a 3K rating on the servers right now, so certainly a dark horse who we did mention previous to this, opting to move over to poolside, try and get this one, and fair enough, it looks like he's only going to be a one-on-one over here at school, so not too much action. Meanwhile, in no man's land, Roshok's just trying to find somewhere.
He's running away from, I think, Pachinki, so I'm a fan of this. Flee the scene. Run for your lives.
Trying to stay alive.
To be fair, there are likely car spawns at the end of the kind of T-junction that comes through there for cars. So again, he could be eyeing up maybe going further south. But we do need to check in and see where the circle now is. We need to see if anyone's gone for those long, risky routes. You can see there's caution being aired here towards the score. And I like this. Okay, so 2 players heading down towards Amelia Island. Great choice from Drassel there, the LG player, the new Nazi guy. Moleman's doing it again. Clearly a favorable move from him. You're going to see Evermore playing the outskirts. The long drop coming through from him. He did the early parachute pop, so just landing now. So, This is very spread out. We've got a nice circle. It's not too polarizing. It still plays to the drop that we saw. It's just going to force people to move slightly further south.
We're starting to see some flash. Another player does go down. Just missed that one as we change POV, unfortunately. So one player has gone down. And that's Ninja who's going to pick up that kill. We're seeing a lot of shots down here, though, on the coastline.
Is that the bridge crunch?
That is. It's a bit of a bridge crunch. Everyone coming out of Lighthouse and moving around. 3 players. That's going to be all over the yellow house as well. And we do know the yellow houses, they've got surprise. They've got presence in there. But with the density of solos, a lot of people do tend to drop. And they have moved down for that early play. We'll bring up the map and show you exactly more where, because while people are looting like this, we'll just try and build the storyline and show you where people are going, where we're expecting them to go on, and so on and so forth. Still early days, few players dead. We're going to see Sweater.
On the bridge. That's pretty risky from Sweater.
I'd be worried about who's at the end of this bridge.
It's not even that. Like, if you've got millibaits and then fallen back, you shouldn't be even kind of aware of that yet. There shouldn't be people camping the other side. It's more that you're moving into people who've gone early to the millibase. So you're going to see a couple of kills. Cat managed to find a kill again, the partner of Size Syndicate from the very early Survivor games, managed to beat Sacriel at the very end there. That was the victory many, many years ago. But yeah, Sweat actually could just play this spot in theory. He could wait for them to cross back over, but again, the circle doesn't mean they will likely cross this side of the bridge.
I don't even think he's got a gun. I really think
There's a lot of outskirts around here.
Oh!
Ow.
Rip.
Adren just got...
Adren's dead.
Look at the face. Just eyes on the face there. Adren, what's happened, buddy?
Great catch there,
North
Andy
American
Pyro.
CS
Low.
in its prime.
Comes in with the M16 and down he goes. And now I'm just going to take your stuff, my friend. Thank you very
That's
much
what you get for going to Pachinki.
Yeah, you don't like this, do you?
Hate Pachinki.
Not a fan. Anyone else in Pachinki with him, or is it just him? I think we'll have a look in a second. I believe it's just this man. So
2 others over here.
Oh, I didn't see on the map. What is it going to look in? How ignorant of me. So 1 person over by farms. Oh, and we've got a crate. What's in this? That's going to be...
Is that a Groza? Yeah.
That is a Groza. Now, the Groza is a disgusting weapon because not only is it...
beast.
Yeah, not only does it fire 7.62, it's basically an AKM, but the accuracy and the fire rate is insane. It's insanity.
Yeah. So if you played like any other game that has like an SMG in it with the high fire... How's that Groza? Yeah, quit out real quick. We definitely didn't see it. Just quit out. It's fine. It's fine. Just... What was that, level 3 vest?
Please don't tell me Sakish is going to pick up it. Oh, no.
Oh, did he go past and not see it?
That'd have been hilarious. Oh, God.
You just love to see it, don't you?
Oh, God.
You just love to see it. That's made me incredibly happy.
Cameraman, thank you very much.
That's the content we're after here, if I'm completely honest. And there's Saquisha, the guy from the early interviews, but look at this fight. Is he... Ooh, he's second guessed! Why did you stop? Keep going!
Why is he paused?
I'm terrified watching
What's
this.
he doing? Run!
He's
going to go for it? He's going to engage it.
If that buggy had a horn, you'd be hearing the toot toots coming out. The little toot toot. It doesn't have one, sadly. Only the others do. So, you know, it's a real shame. Maybe you could have a little bit of the Grimm's Dr. Disrespect action going on there. Reddit, but
now the thing is with this, it's a really unorthodox player. That player will have been watching to where the buggy went, and now he knows, okay, well, I heard it, definitely heard it stop because the buggies are loud. The buggies are super loud in this, so you're going to be hearing, okay, he stopped. I've not seen it disappear anywhere, but the player that's in this same compound with him will not have a clue, and this, all right, there's not going to be tons of gear, but late game, this compound,
Stody, though.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, Stody's pretty solid at this, though. He'll hunt him down. He'll be methodical, he'll be good. Stody is one of those gamers that I rate pretty highly. Not someone who comes directly from esports, more of like a Battlefield, a bit of an influencer style thing, but actually very, very talented. And you can see the kind of smoke bait, which I kind of like. Again, covers the sound of footsteps. You can hear it popping now. That will allow him to move further, move closer, because he'll probably expect him to be in the white solo kind of house, almost the single floor one. We've just got to, what was that shot?
I'll take your buggy. See you later, fam. I'm out.
I'm off.
Bye, mate.
And to be fair,
just leave him there.
Stody's just a thief, all right? I'm trying to hype you up, Stody, and you've just robbed someone. That's just mean.
I mean, there's many ways to win Battlegrounds, right? And this could be one of them. Couple of little engagements going down. We'll see Xeon taken out by Panda Moo there with the S1897 shotgun. The shotgun does all kinds of damage early on, especially if you have very low tier armor. Like, there's 9 pellets per bullet.
But it also plays very well in third person because you can hold an angle, get the complete view of a player pushing you, and then you have safety to play out and take the one shot. So again, it could work here. I don't like it. Let's see who's getting the kills. Forzen coming in, finding Panda. And actually, Oshi killing Gassy, so
Rip.
you know the battle on the western front, I guess you can call it, being defined as we speak. So that's going to start coming through. Down to 63 players now. Looking at the circle, not a big factor, but people are getting a little bit braver. We're seeing more kills coming in now.
Just to kind of touch on what you mentioned of a shotguns as well.
Yep.
If it's one thing that people, and I'm surprised to do it, but they really still fall for, it's been funneled into like a hallway. The amount of times you'll stand at a door at the top of a set of stairs and people will still rush you up the stairs. It's like, well, why? I've got a shotgun, you're going to funnel into me, and I'm going to blast the living hell out of you every single time.
I like to do the booster bait, is what I like to call it. I place a nice little can of Red Bull, any of the branded drinks.
Oh god,
you know, Monster.
This is like putting cheese in a mousetrap.
It's great.
It's
you put
awful.
it like you go into the nice, the mansion-style house. You put it at the top of the stairs. People just run like, oh, a nice Red Bull, because no one turns down a booster, right?
And you call me awful
and I sit
for being
there.
a pachinki.
It's the best thing in the world. Look, I like to upset players. I never said I didn't like doing that. All right, so guys at home, do it. It's really fun because they get very sad about it.
I bet you've got a shotgun as well, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm not bad at the game, Jesus. And here's your standard Pachinki loot, level 1 vest. Just a bit of going on.
Don't hate on Pachinki.
I'll do what I want. Anger, going to be kicking in. At least a little bit of work from the Mythic boys coming through there. AKM damage certainly being put to work. And you know, the banana houses are nice. You get the Car 98, you get suppressors. It seems like there's a higher rate of spawn in there for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it seems to be the case. God, third person observing like this is just delightful, isn't it? Bloody hell. And there's old Ninja, a bit of a favorite as well.
Tanked up.
Yeah, he's got great gear. Level 3 vest, but it's still in a decent position. So again, it just soaks damage up. That's the main thing with that sort of thing is if you get the vest, if you get the equipment, it will reduce damage received. And the durability is higher. 250, of course, 55% damage reduction, 40 on the lower tier vests. But you're going to see a little bit of battle here. Oshi going to start to eventually get up towards the hill, find a bit of cover. This is a very open area, though. A lot of battles will go down here. The rocks become quite favorable, slightly towards, I guess, the southern side, and they're going to work their way into the circle, but there's already players in cover.
So let me throw this question to you then, Pansy. You look at Ninja now, fair enough, he's got the gear, he's very, very tanked up, he's going to be hard to kill, but shotgun and sniper rifle, night and day, no real... I mean, someone's got to get up close and personal with the SK-12, right? But, oh, now he's going to switch out to the AK. I'm going to ask that because you're looking at two different opposite ends of the spectrum there. Very long range, very close range.
We're going to see that lovely Duran Duran moment of Rio, you know, just on the beach, nice boat going down, you know, it's a lovely scene. There is actually a boat behind him too. That was the thing that we saw on the map. And I wonder if this is... No, this is one of the other players, actually. So again, we're just going to see a little bit of a boat play coming out. I'm hoping we don't see too much water play, if I'm honest. I'm not a fan of people just sitting in there. Nice connections on the shot. So that's going to be from the hill, surely. The Cloud9 player laying it down from the rocks above. But there's the damage coming through to the player watching earlier, which was Ninja. He's run into the people in higher, better positions already. You can bang out shots, though. If he's got maybe a 4 times a red dot, I'd rather not see a holo on that AK, but whatever he's got, you can definitely take these buildings, but he has to move into... Oh, you can see the player! He's got cover, though. He's going to play aggressive. He wants this fight. He does have the shotgun, so maybe he can get something going here. Peek in the corner, working his way in. He wants this fight. He's going to play it out smart, though. Listen to the drop. He's heard the drop. He's heard the drop. Oh, God, you've got to be gutted. That is going to be the end. Just a huge denying. Ninja decimates the player who thought he'd be pushing him. The around the world, the rope-a-dope didn't work out that time. But look at Panda creeping in. Has he been spotted? Has he been heard? The battle of the doors, the battle of the shotguns begins.
One player will get away with his life. As you mentioned, that player did try to dupe him out, but unfortunately Ninja was having none of it. He knows this player's round the corner, so he's just going to keep following through. He wants to finish this one off. Will he get this killed? Oh, no! He gets pinched in the head! Down he goes. See you later, Ninja. That's the second time, unfortunately, my man has been chasing a kill, and he has been denied. He is eliminated. That is disappointing. He really wanted the kill, but he was going in. What a shot from that player. I'm not entirely sure. We didn't see which player it was, but that's a headshot. Just dinked him, and he went down.
So let's keep our eyes on the extremities of the circle here. A lot of the TSM players towards the north. Serenity there, probably going to come into contact with Smack and Stoda. Lex having a little battle through still over by Rozhok. But look at this. You've got players right on the outskirts of this map, still having to work their way through the blue. Certainly viable at this point, still works. There's Forzen right there. Twitch chat always loves the Forzen memes. Shouldn't mention his name. They're going to kick off.
He's got plenty of room, though. He can just chill. And we'll get this third-person cam on, show you guys, obviously, at home where people are. Here's, unfortunately, with the shotgun kind of out in the open a little bit and very heavily damaged. So I'm interested to see if he actually even has any meds, because he wasn't healing up in any way, shape, or form.
So at least he's got a vehicle here. be able to move back into cover. I can imagine it. I don't know what gear he's got. He's got 416 and decent amount of gear, it seems. I think I see a level 2 vest on him and a level 2 helmet. So he's probably going to move into cover now. He's going down towards what looks like Melter Power, heading down from Lipovka way. So he's going to be getting in towards a circle. Stoda, though, he's in the crates, I can imagine. He might be able to get an angle on this. He's going to have about 4 or 5 shots to land on this car. It depends if he keeps going, if he just guns it here. There's a car right behind him, too, so we're in a bit of a chase, a bit of an awkward fight here, because neither of them want to stop. They're not in the safe zone yet, but you're going to hear the shots just behind as he gets towards the lumberyard.
Stoda still getting tagged up, though, but he did see another player coming down, so he did back off for a second, as you mentioned, lumberyard. Got to be careful moving down this hill, though, because there are so many houses and so many little Harry Potter shacks when you just run down. Don't flip it.
Smashed
there
it.
we go. Landed it, fine. But now look at the US. 2 of them just in the middle of the road. He's like, okay, so there's definitely 110% people somewhere in these compounds. Evermore's round the corner. He's driving right into him. This is dangerous.
Evermore.
He's round the corner. He just nails him as soon as he gets out of the car. His Uber turns up, but unfortunately, the passenger gets dropped off and eliminated. That is so unfortunate.
Look, Evermore's been playing the game that he wants to. He watched it arrive. That was like a special, delivery of whatever he fancied. Get some meds, get some guns. He's good to go. Now, Evermore's a curious player. He likes to play a little bit of a unique style, so we'll keep our eyes on that. But that's a little awkward, isn't it? You're just sat there like, well, what can I do? But you've got a decent 4 times. You've still got the Hollow there. He's got great versatility on now what he can use, level 2s all throughout. So he's actually a really good spot at the moment. You can still see the players who are left up in the north having to work their way back down south, as Evermore will now just be going through all the meds, getting back into boost. He's fine now. He could probably take another fight, but he's just going to be using sound at this point. Milter is going to be littered with players. You can still see them on the extremities. No one's going for these drops, really. That's a lovely one, too. M24, 8 times, level 3 helmet. You almost want to see it, but Forzen just got picked up by Panda.
15 bullets as well. Now, just a real quick one on the 686. You shot the double-barrel shotgun before. Now, that has the quickest initial bullet speed out of all the shotguns. Does 25 damage per pellet. That's 9 pellets, and he had as well. He had all the attachments onto it. That gun is a disgusting weapon. But speaking of disgusting weapons, that to me is looking like a fully kitted M4.
Yeah, but I think he might have just lost his helmet. I don't think it showed in his inventory, but you can see it on the UI. There it is, half HP. So he's taking a lot of fire, but he has the cover. Flom on the other side is not going to miss shots. So again, you've got 2 very talented players, one more kind of armor to traditional military sim, and then Flom, your CSGO pro.
He's just going to chill. He's going to back off for a second, which is fine. He knows Flom's got the height advantage. It's fair enough, this wall's there for him and he can chill, but where Flom is, it's not going to make a great deal of distance, even if he pushes back on this one to try and get out the door. You
would say, though, if Syndicate actually wants to take a shot, if he doesn't have patience and he's not known to be a patient player, if he peeks up, Flom will have about a second or 2 to nail shots. That's where you see the helmet gone. That's the first thing he'll show, where you're standing up, you can't exactly smash the shots down. So if Flom feels safe enough to stay in the open like this, he will probably win this fight down the line if Syndicate gets impatient. Flom's still got meds, he's boosting back up, and I think neither of them really want to take the risk here. Flom's trying to bait a shot. He's essentially doing what you do in CS of the wide peak. So you kind of bait the shot out first, get the kind of bullets going, and then you take the fight. But oh, Flom's taking a risk. That's 2 shots back to back, 1 more, and it's going to be delivered. But no, back down to cover. This is good stuff from Syndicate, showing patience.
If he really wanted to, there we go, and this is exactly what I was about to say. He could actually peek, and he could
hold
peek
the angle.
He could hold the angle, wait till Flom comes out again. Flom's not actually healing up, I don't believe, so maybe he's completely out of meds. No Red Bull left in the tank whatsoever. Again, though, Syndicate can hard peek if he really wants to, but now Flom is prepared for it.
Yeah, and also Flom can back away here. He's got a defilade behind him. He could just dip over to if he needs to back away, which he really should be now. I know he wants this kill. I know he's hoping that he can get it done, but Syndicate not only got a suppressor, so he's not really being pushed on his position. Flom's ringing the dinner bell. You know what I mean? You're letting that Lee Enfield go in Cherno. Let's remember those times, essentially, is what's happening right now. Flom needs to be very cautious. Got the angle again, back and forth. These little jiggle peaks are lovely, but Lex goes down, who is the outstanding guy from the Mythic side. Maybe Flom wants to try and avenge his fallen teammate and take it out on Syndicate, but oh, Chappie losing out there. Stone Mountain. We're seeing a lot of players fall right now. That top 42 is now just starting to begin.
And look at this, still with a height advantage. Flom is ready for the engagement. Syndicate's pushed back down also. Now he's going to have to heal back. It looked like Flom does have bandages, so he can at least keep topping himself up. We'll see Syndicate bandaging as well. Neck himself a Red Bull. Fair play to the man. Get that health absolutely banked up. Circle is now condensing. And you look at that, kind of homing in between shelter and farm. Lots of players on the inside. No one dead center because you do have a nice little compound there. Someone else falling down. Missed it in the kill feed, unfortunately. One player, though, just laying just on the back of the defilade.
That's nice because you don't silhouette. You don't show yourself. And basically silhouetting, if you don't know what it is essentially if you run on the top of a hill, for example, They can't see each other. There's no way. He's literally on the other side of the hill. You can't hear it. You can't see it. Unless they've been in a prior engagement, which they may have been. Yeah, this is silhouetting. So from Panda's perspective, when he gets closer, he'll see him on the bright blue skyline. So essentially, he gets the most perfect shot. Rather than being down and, oh, he's going to have the high ground, this should be just a massacre. This should be a culling. Panda should land the shot every day of the week, but he's lost visual. He doesn't know exactly where he is. He must have caught a glimpse, but maybe not. Maybe they're running away from each other. Hot is now just fallen down to Scoom, so it's time to see these guys come into action. But Panda, again, creeping his way down, turtling away here. And they're not in the safe zone.
I don't even think they've seen each other. Maybe now. He just turned for a second, but honestly, I don't think they saw each other. There were no point that Panda decided to rush in or really follow through with that kill whatsoever.
Yeah.
Looking across the board then, one person, Moondye, is going to move back in. One person kind of up near skull, though. They're going to have some serious meds if they want to get back inside this circle. They've got a lot of work to do. Scoom's going to be topping himself up as well, getting tanked up.
Nicely good.
Yep, getting plenty of bullets in the bag, and why not? 2 players will be coming in very closely. If you're looking at, in fact, 3 players. He's stuck between. Now, there's 2 of the houses over there here.
Yeah.
They potentially could be pinching one another if they move out also. I'm interested to see where they actually are in comparison to each other.
I think it's the, as I said, it's the compound over the road, so there's just 2 houses essentially near each other. But as I said, down to the last 37, the new circle going to be defined pretty soon. As you can see, the blue going to start working its way through in 30 seconds. Everyone's going to be trying to hunker down. No one should be in a state of transit if you're in the circle, obviously. You should be aiming for buildings to lock yourself into. Whether you like third person or not, obviously the hot topic right now, it doesn't matter. You play it smart, you play it safe, but look at the farm. It's all kicking off here. I don't know who's going to come out on top of this. This is very risky on the farm area. There's a lot of players, there's a lot of cover, a lot of small buildings to work from.
Break's gone.
Break's down.
Break's gone.
He is down. He was one of the players at the farm, but you're going to see a bit of water play here, which is just vile to watch. And there's the punish. Good tags back to back. Can't do much more than that. You've still got to move. You've still got to run. And that is, I'm not sure who this is we're watching, but he's got the suppressor. He's still got nades. He can make this hurt. Again, if you want to rush up a little bit closer, but you've got to be a bit careful. A player can still go into the back of the boat and shoot out from it. You can't really do much more than that, but yeah, no one likes to watch the water.
The only thing he could... Oh, he's getting shot from behind us.
Yeah, behind him, he doesn't know about it. He's confused, all you like.
He's still standing his ground. I don't think he realised that bullet came. He's getting nicked again. All right, he's actually going to drive in the water. Fair play to him. Now he'll jump out. Yeah. So the one play that he was going for a rich, he's going to sit in the back of it and go, please get the kill.
One shot. Brilliant stuff. That was a lovely, lovely shot.
What a play.
No, beach hit, Jesus.
I was going to go from what was an amazing play to what could have been the worst play I've ever seen. It just beaches it. But what a play. Sit in the passenger seat, get the kill, lean out. Awesome, awesome work.
All right, let's kind of catch up with what's been happening around Milta Town. This is on the extremities of the town on the hill that kind of leads down from the prison. You're going to see most of the battles coming here, but they shouldn't really be going down too much. These players in the houses are safe for now. They have no real reason to take fights unless they see a player moving in, which won't be happening. So, again, we don't really need to watch these guys. We need to look on the extremities here. And Serenity just fell. Not going to find any peace and calm for her, but at the end of the day, it's got to be looking around these edges here. Everyone in the buildings is going to be hunkered down, no need to fight. The bottom part of Milta on the bridge, we could have some fun going down here. Curvy Llama going to be in on this action as well. You got a couple of players. Again, house play really shouldn't be much of a bother here. As much as the farm will be busy, people don't want to move out of this, but he has the M24.
Now, Edaculus is one of the people that we mentioned before, could be the dark horse in this. Over 3K rating North American player coming out of Noble Gaming. M24 in his back pocket. I want to see what kind of damage he can do. I'm hearing more bullets. Same again. Same scenario. Sit in the passenger seat. Try and drill people down. He's got the silencer. Curvy Llama will go down, unfortunately, to Kick. Kick takes her out.
That's on the beach. You're going to see it now.
Yeah, he lands on the beach, and it's just... He's there chilling, so he knows where he is. I think he took a pop at him.
But look at the terrain surrounding these. Okay, so Cake, for example, has the terrain advantage. He's got a nice defilade to play with. You do have an 8-time, so that basically gives you a little bit of room to work with. A lot of loot there, a bit of a loot goblin approach, but hey, if it works, it works.
The most important thing for... Oh!
There's the M24. That just sings, doesn't it?
Bye-bye. See you later. That's what you get for trying to dink people in the side of a boat. It worked first time, my friend, but not the second time. Cake says no, not today. Lands a bullet between his brain, and he's also still inside the circle. But the big problem for him here is he's on the beach. There's not a lot of cover. You've got these rocks where he is, but apart from that, he's going to be easy pickings from people down on like the low-tier apartments. He's seen some.
Oh, it's suppressor with the Car 98. This could be big 4 times. Adjustment not quite on. A little off for my taste there. Again, not adjusting well enough. I'm not sure who this is. Lucy needs to get the aim going. Think of that bullet drop. Think of the 4 times. Think of the kids. Finally a shot lands. Maybe one more could do the job. Ooh, that looked close, but no cigar. Again, the reload's going to take a while. Not sure if the bullet loops are on the back of that Car 98, but a readjustment from Cake as he looks to make his way up. He doesn't know where the shots are coming from. They could be anywhere. The suppressor works so well. What is this? Please land the shot. Stop making me talk about this horrible fight that's happening.
And now he can just lay down behind the castle.
Oh, yes,
Cake! M24! Third time in a row! Cake, you monster! This is insane!
If you're going to miss that many shots, you deserve to die like that. Cake, thank you for that. That was the icing on the cake for me. Brilliant denial. If you whiff that many sitters of a shot, you're not going to be standing for long in this caliber game. Again, the kind of the north side's going to have a little crunch. It's mostly over towards the west. Milta is going to be absolutely teeming with players now.
Feels so bad, man. You whiff, you dink him once. You hit 1, I believe, out of 7 shots. Cake spins around 8 times. M24, bang, straight between the eyeballs. Takes it down.
Here we go.
That's
Look at this
3 in a
battle.
go.
God, this is going to be mad here. The junction in the middle of Milta has players everywhere around it. And you're going to see that with,
I love that.
With no flash hider on, you can tap these shots all day. Cake's still alive. This guy's going beast mode this time. High kills, high value. The M24 sitting well, but the prone in towards the Theresa May fields of wheat. Clearly going to work out well here. It's going to be quite tricky to find people in that, even in third person. Here in this, oh, look at the HP on this player, though, getting out of the car. A mistake to be made. Why did you not expect someone to be in here? You're hearing these shots. They're not suppressed, but this is where it matters. Cake, what can you do? Show us what you're made of, my man, because I'm loving the play so far.
Time to run, and he does have the cover of the hay bales. He's also going to get inside that circle now. Oh, no, just drifts for a second more. He's completely stimmed up. You're hearing the bullet thinking off the floor, though, bouncing around. He's running into somebody, though, doesn't see them coming. And now the M24 hits the floor, unfortunately. Will that player capture it, though? Yes, it will, so Idaculus
takes the risk.
Sniper rifle now go into his hands. But look here, Kapowski, unfortunately, is just on the edge of the circle, so she's going to get forced out of these houses if anyone's just waiting for her.
There is a nice bit of terrain. You can see a little bit of the dip on the hill. You can still run him relatively safe. And the other player, I'm not sure if Molman is aware of her position. He could spot it, but he's probably more worried about Panda, who's been letting off shots on the other side of things. But this is going to be fun. We've got Luminosity and the TSM guys just throwing it down the north. Sai Syndicate is posted up. He's safe. Drassel's there taking a fight, and right now it's going to be Molman actually getting pincered here. He's in a bit of a bother. He's got a player behind, player in front. He can't hide himself from both. And right now he's switched on to someone else. I'm not sure why, as Molman did find him. He did get it done, even though his HP was so low. You expect this from him, though. He's one of the Liquid boys. He should be delivering on all fronts. Safe in Milta. This guy is, I'm not sure why we're watching him. There we go. Let's have a look around. Scoom locks down a building. The buildings that remain a hot property, of course. That's why you want to be a little bit hard to get run up on here, but nice spray control coming out from Scoom. Nice work from him. Absolutely powerful play. So again, keep yourself in these buildings for now. Play it smart, play it safe. You're seeing the big players doing this. This is the smart plan that I like to see.
Inside the circle as well, so plenty of time. He can chill here for a bit and let players advance forward and wipe them out from that window. Evermore, unfortunately, in no man's land. He's only got a little hut to try and stay alive, but he is getting tapped up pretty hard. Scoom will hold his ground. He knows Viz is up there. We saw the initial battle early on, just chilling in Harry Potter. He needs to make some magic happen because he needs to come inside. He needs to move inside the circle.
And this is smart play from Scoom. You basically watch where your vulnerability is and where the open ground is and where players are going to have to move from that you know. So he's playing this very well. Let's look towards the south side of the city if we can, in towards Milta. I'm not too worried about these two for now because they can fall back. They're not in an immediate fight. But in the further southeast side of the city, there's a lot of players close together. And here we go. You can see the kills coming in. And that's the guys we were talking about. Actually, Molman finding another. He's fought his way out of that 1v2. He was locked in. He was pinched in. He's won that fight. And again, running against the circle, he'll get himself a win. That's going to be Hollywood as well. A guy to keep your eyes on in the future. We've got some of the classic guys left here from either side. And now with the blue moving, and we're going to see a couple of players having to move.
We'll bring that POV back in just a second, and there it is. One player will have to be forced outside the farm. Molman's moved. And unfortunately, though, person inside the farm, that's going to be Dingus Khan. Was just waiting for him, melts him as well. Perfect play from him, realizes the circle is on his back and is forcing him into his line of sight. 2 players, though, moving through the field. That's going to be Ollie. That's another player out of Luminosity. Also, one player coming out.
This could be a banger of a shot. Ollie needs to land this, though.
That's going to give away his position, unfortunately, but he's also got the pressure of the circle closing him. It's got to force him out of nowhere.
Someone's heard this. Daz has heard this. One of the Noble guys, he's going to position himself for a push now, being, you know, so dedicated to hearing this. But the LG player working his way in, got to be careful. Nice work from Ollie in the end, delivers every single bullet of that 5.56. But every single shot he makes, you can see the other players getting closer and closer. Vis eyes this up as well. Two of the bigger players maybe throwing this down, yeah.
He's actually going to tag him, but Daz, as you mentioned, he knows exactly where this one player is. He's been listening for a while. He's forced to move back, but he's also getting shot from on top of the hill. So top of the hill at the moment, doing some serious damage. Great shots coming out of Ollie. But
sick work.
The kill is insane.
Great stuff.
Doesn't realise the player's still down low though. Now
he's going to see him, third person.
Him. Yeah, there we go. So he did cop for him. He throws the bullet up top. Excuse me, the grenade up top. But this is keeping him pinned. While this is going on though, the circle time's going down.
So the problem is that now Ollie, he can't run to the right because it's open ground, really. He's going to have to just go through this. He's stimming up right now because he knows it. He can go full auto and take a fight, but he knows that someone knows where he is and he knows where they are. This is very uncomfortable. Beautiful work earlier towards Side Syndicate, and look at this. Ring of Roses begins, but Daz is off. He knows he's got the advantage to run away with. As long as he gets a line of sight of the push-up, Ollie might get a visual on this. Let's see if he does. He has. He's got to surely land this one. Ollie, did you blow your load too early? No. Sign sealed and delivered. He finds another, but the HP, he took the risk on the kill, and he just falls to the ground. A huge error from Ollie. He could have held his nerve. He could have waited. But no, he took the fight, and now we've got to see who's left standing. Vis is up, Scoom is up. We've got Evermore, the Korean player, still in this one. So many players still to look at here, as we're going to see a couple of them now dying as we speak. It's getting pretty hectic.
Yeah, we'll try and get some of these POVs now so we can see one player will fall. That's going to be Dingus Khan, taken out by Spy Jaya. Several people now inside the circle, two more.
Look at Scoom and Vis.
They're still
so
going.
close.
Are they in the building?
Yeah, the winner of this fight, I think, will win this game. They get the high ground from it, for me at least. Evermore's going to be watching the push across the road. He knows the battle, but can we try and get the view of the other guys behind him? These guys are just playing the third-person angle. These two are what I'm interested in. Do they know the battle? Do they know the fight? They're going to hear these shots. He's moving up. Scoom's got to know there's players close by. But how does he work his way out of this one? Looks towards the balcony. He's going to have to wait on this. Not stimmed up either. He does have stims. I just saw the red ball, and I saw everything else. This is going to hear the door shut. This is what matters. Down to 4 now. This, I don't think that Scoom knows there's a player below him. He's laying down fire here. That's Scoom going to get another kill. Top 3 now, but he's going to be closed in on. The luck begins slowly creeping up, but he has the safety of the door. But as soon as he drops, this is surely going to just absolutely destroy him. Or does he realize? Is he being an ultimate slick daddy right here? Because that would be amazing if it is.
Oh, well, he's going to move, so yeah, Scoom's going to get the information. There you go. Information has been given away. Maybe that was the potential. He'll try and bait the door. Will he close it again? He knows exactly where he is. He keeps looking at him. Thing is, though, if he... Oh, is he actually going to get in the car and bail?
Vis right now is taking meds. I don't know if he heard the drop. So Vis doesn't know this, but Scoom's trying to find an angle. The third person's going to come into play. They both see each other. Oh, Scoom! Absolute beautiful play, and now it's Evermore against him, waiting towards the south, slowly creeps up. Oh, no! It's Evermore! He appears at the right time, peeks over the hill. The third person play plays well for him, but Scoom went above and beyond. 5 kills for him, but Evermore played patiently. He played the edge of the circle. He was the guy he went to the spawn island last game. So what a play from him, working his way back in. I like this guy. He is a very unorthodox player, but he certainly does what he needs to. He played it smart. He let the others fight it out. And as soon as he heard the shots, he got the angle.
Evermore from 4Entro is your winner in round number 2. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. For the second time in a row, though, a member of Team Liquid. Once again, second place. Team Liquid clawing at the bit. I mean, fair enough, it doesn't matter on a grand scale when it comes to teams, because this is all about solos and individual challenges. But amazing, amazing work this time from Evermore. He calls, he collects, and he is your winner.